Welcome back, guys, to Trails Through Daybreak 2. Well, with a night sweep of Edith now underway for the end of Route D, because we're not actually out of it yet. We're not actually out of it at this point in time. We continue to talk, continue to wonder what will happen next, because generally these corruption-based, brainwashing kind of memory-altering things seem to only take place at night. Well. So therefore, nothing should happen for the rest of the night. Right? Let's continue sweeping. And realize I probably jinxed myself horrifically. I highly recommend going on the Ferris wheel after dark. Seeing Edith's nightscape sprawl out beneath you was just beautiful. It's odd though, that same scenery feels a lot more depressing when I'm riding alone on the clock. What? Yeah. Hey, it's Munt. Very sly of you, Munt, getting our fathers to accidentally run into one another like this. And now we get to have a moment together too. It looks like she's picking her nose from this angle. Also provides funding for the Z1, so it only makes sense that Valis would take note of it as well. And that's just one of the many business ventures I could see our fathers having a shared interest in. It isn't hard to imagine what we can lead them into with a few shoves in the right direction. I knew I was right to put my faith in you, Munt. I said, who could have guessed our fathers were friendly rivals when they were younger? It came as a shock for me too, but the important thing is that we can use it to our advantage. Harkening back to the mutual zeal they stoked in the past should make them a little more flexible. It's all uphill from here though. Our fathers will only come around if both sides stand to gain. Oh, I'm sure it'll happen eventually, as long as we work together. We just have to keep at it, one step at a time. I'm right there with you. And maybe someday we'll get to be with each other for real. Oh, the silent talk. For now, we'll just have to steer our fathers toward having a change of heart. Maybe then I can lay the groundwork for me and Kalia to be together someday. Oh, I love a girl who picks her nose in front of me. Lets herself be truly vulnerable. I never imagined we could have so much sway over our family affairs. Still, as much as I also want to do something about our father's squabbling, one seems particularly invested in it. Perhaps there's a hidden motivation for that. Yes. I don't know how you haven't got it. Race car drivers are so cool. They put their lives on the line every second they're on the track. I can't wait to be one, and I'll get to feel the rush of an all-out deathmatch too. Maybe if they put a Halo system on and stopped having explosives. Yesterday was a grim reminder of how dangerous the Zenith 1 can be. It didn't seem to frighten my grandson much, but I'm getting second thoughts about supporting his dream of becoming a racer. Yes. It's dangerous. So the final race has been delayed to a later date. My dream of a miraculous Red Star victory lives on. I beg to differ. Aslan is going to clinch it for Ingot this time around. As if Maxim could ever lose. Etwas has this in the bag guaranteed. Got the whole family in on it. I walked past some people. That was the dads. Ah, you again. Was our ill-fated encounter in Farbad not enough? I could say the same to her. You only wish I'd chase your tail like a smitten little pup. Exactly, what did you come here for today anyhow? Do I even need to ask? Oh, I have a sinking feeling that our purposes are identical, save for your relations with Valis. Well, would you look at that? Both of us were thinking of investing in the same market. What a kick in the head. Indeed, especially since I presumed you would be fixated solely on Valis's local commerce. As it currently stands, however, I wouldn't bat an eye if we came face to face in a business setting. Just like old times, eh? Could be worse, I suppose. Make no mistake, I've got every intention of using you as a stepping stone when the chips are down. Oh, that won't be enough to daunt me. If it's a challenge you want, it's a challenge you'll receive. These guys are acting a bit weird. Does he truly believe I'm foolish enough to invest in nothing more than Valis's trade and mines? What an insult. But oh well, locking horns on the same field after all this time should be entertaining enough. The frequency with which we keep chancing upon one another has risen to a ludicrous degree. As a nobleman of Elsame, I won't suffer this cat's blatant disrespect for our Grand Prince. But perhaps this would be an opportune way to take our feud in a more constructive direction. Okay. It's working, kids. You're getting them. You're friends of Maxim Lucan, correct? The Speedway is closed today, but in this case we can make an exception. Feel free to head in whenever you like. Oh wow, friendship perks. Yesterday's debacle blindsided us completely. Not once did we expect terrorists to infiltrate the raceway. It makes me ashamed to call myself a security guard. There were more than one bomb that got smuggled in. By separate people, my goodness. I noticed Maxim isn't flirting with you anymore, Leslie. Oh, that's that obvious, huh? We were never a thing, though, so it's whatever. Believe it or not, I heard he's actually dropped the whole Playboy routine altogether. Guess that means I'll have to set my sights on Aslan instead. Really now? Seems a bit too straight-laced to bite that apple. Well, what about you, Lin, mate? Anybody you're pining after? Not especially, but if I did, I'd want them to have eyes for me and me alone. Someone from the pit crews could probably fit that bill better than any racer. Oh. Still looking within the pool of your workplace, though. Those anti-immigration thugs tampered with our vehicle yesterday and left us none the wiser. It just makes me want to kick myself for letting it happen. Aslan's already moved on, though, so I guess I can't stay sour about it forever. Whole team's got to be in top form if we want to help Ingot win this. I owe a great debt to the CID for saving my life at yesterday's race. The whole incident has caused nothing but trouble, though, for Maxime, the fans, and so many others. I also regret not getting to settle my rivalry with Maxime on the track. Still, they said they'd be setting up for a rematch in the near future. I'm determined to polish my skills in the time leading up to it. That'll be my way of repaying everyone for their kindness. Oh, not you, Technician Rodney, sorry. Aslan's got second dialogue. I could just sit around and do nothing, knowing my rematch against Maxim is on the horizon. Before I knew it, my feet had brought me to the Grand Circuit all on their own. You wear this in your casual clothes, yeah? For now, I'll check in with Rodney and the crew. I want to see what I can do to further polish my skills. I guess they don't have driving simulators, etc. Oh, no, wait a second. Do they? The technology in this game, you know, this world goes so fast after all. They might actually have full-on race car driving simulators already for F1 crews. I don't know. Z1, sorry. It's only the person in there that calls it F1. F1. All right, off we go then. To Trion Tower to the Tyrell District first. Trigger
Time
on.
to leave.
Look up, where the balloons. I was trying to figure out how to occupy myself during our on-tour free time.
One of Edith's major
That's when I noticed the live stage performance they've got going on today. I can feel it soothing my soul from all the way over here. Maybe I'll go take a peek up close.
Shops to peruse.
Some gig going on. I will start down low for once.
Drop by the Vern store if you
Oh
want to
yeah,
check out
tonight
the
we
hottest new
celebrate.
commodity,
The ad concept I submitted this morning made it past the revision phase. And about time too. For whatever reason, I had it in my head that modern designs were all about pizzazz, but that wasn't the only piece of the puzzle. The reparations bubble set every industry in a full throttle, so for several years the marketplace was absolutely flooded with information. As a result, the high-impact advertisements that were packed with promotional text were extra effective. Once I understood the context behind that trend, the trick to making a sleek, stylish design finally hit me. Am I a genius or what? My confidence is back and here to stay. You're a genius.
Welcome to the Liberal Boutique.
I will be writing a letter to the mayor later today. I have to report the latest happenings in this country. Opening this boutique was her idea, and given our modest success, I think we've proven there's a demand for Liberalian goods here. We may consider opening another store in the Republic, or perhaps we'll set up a consignment shop. I'm quite pleased with this little venture of ours. Being able to share a few pieces of the bill with the rest of the world has made me very happy.
All our products are shipped directly from Liberal.
Charme de Menoria. A silver pendant with a bell made to look like a Menoria flower for Agnes.
You won't want to miss it.
Please come again.
That's so funny. Like yesterday we were playing, of course, Clair Obscure, and I'm like, oh man, it's really good to have a game with like French influences and culture. The only other game I can think of that I played like that is blooming Pokemon. Why, isn't it? And then I just thought this said, wait a second, Agnes. Wait a second, Calvard. I know it's like Franco-China, but still.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major landmarks.
I completely forgot about
what's next
this.
on the agenda?
Wait, Agnes has this.
I'll treasure it.
ADF +5 and ATS +5. I mean, nothing compares to the French level of
You'll
obscure.
also find the Vern
But
store,
still.
a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
So, I'll keep waiting forever. No matter how
hope you'll
long
have a
it
fabulous
takes,
time here.
I'll keep searching for you. Thank you, Trion Tower. You're a wonderful audience. I sung really badly. That's Jess, the singer-songwriter. He's drawing in a bigger crowd than usual. Yeah, word on the streets that he found his big break after moving to Crosbell. It's nice seeing a former old towner make a name for himself. I'll have to keep an eye on his career. Nice vocalization? I don't know. I think I'm not the only one who needs my ears checked,
Welcome to the
eh?
Trion Mall. Here you'll find Trion Tower, one of Edith's major
Understood.
landmarks.
I'll go ahead and get those documents revised. Right, goodbye.
You'll also find
Damn
a
it, I'm
burn
supposed to be
store,
off the
a
clock,
movie
yet here
theater,
they are, saddling me with
boutiques,
overtime.
and other various shops to peruse.
Oh, whatever. I was planning to spend my evening analysing the nightly stock price movers anyway.
Visit the new
May as well
Liberal
breeze through this
boutique,
work while I'm at
which
it.
just opened this year to sample a
Poor
range of
Becca. I
imported
had
goods
to hear
from
it
the
2
Liberal
seconds
Kingdom.
before because of the delay. It's a
They
surprise to
have
hear from you.
everything from the latest
In a good way, of
CCF
course.
products
I can
to
be more
expensive
thrilled.
wines,
There's
and
no telling
even
yet how
assorted
much of a
tomatoes.
difference I can
Please
make as a
check it
Republican
out.
statesman. But I hope I can still count on your support, in spite of all the burdens I've placed on you. It's alright, Father. I'm not upset about that, and neither is Mother. If anything, you're the one who showed me how to protect what matters most. Who's on the other side of that phone call? Whatever you do from here on, I'll be right there behind you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Just you saying that is enough to keep me going.
Welcome to the Trion Mall.
I'll be rooting for you as well
Here
as you
you'll
make your
find
debut
Trion
in
Tower,
Crossbell's political
one of
scene.
Edith's major landmarks.
I appreciate that. Naturally, there's still plenty of rungs left before I
You'll
finish
also
climbing
find
this
the
ladder.
Burn Store, a
But when I
movie
do,
theater,
it'll be a
boutiques,
broad-minded,
and other various
free-thinking
shops to
politician you
peruse.
can be proud of. Right, I just know you'll go far, Ellie. Give
Visit
Diana and
the
her
new
father my
Liberal
regards
boutique,
too, won't you?
Which just opened this year to sample a range of imported goods from the Liberal
Ellie McDowell
Kingdom.
finally appears. In Calvard.
They
I
have
really am glad you
everything
called,
from
by the way.
latest
It was just
CCF
what I
products
needed
to
after stepping out of
expensive
today's
wines,
debate.
And even acerbic
I
tomatoes.
love you, sweetheart.
Please check
You're a
it
better
out.
daughter than I deserve. Wow, Ellie McDowell. She can make it cross more barriers than Lloyd ever could. It won't be long now before spring arrives. This year, we plan to get into the spirit by offering a bevy of limited-time sweets exclusive to the season. What's more, the confection our store proposed was so well received that headquarters is working to add it to our line of merchandise. Imagining how the final product will look on shelves has me giddy with anticipation.
One of Edith's major
Hello there.
landmarks.
What are you selling? Macarons.
You'll also find a burn
Oh, yes,
store,
not at
a
all
movie
French.
theater,
Thank you.
boutiques, and other
So, what's next on the agenda?
Oh, I'm trying to give them to someone. No, I've got it. Eat the book to learn the recipe. Nom nom nom. Homemade classic macarons.
Drop by the
Lulu
burn
and her
store if
partner
you
are putting on
wanna
a
check out
special
the hottest
performance
new
tonight over at the
commodity,
concert hall.
T-phone.
I have an engagement with my social dance group, however, so I'm not so sure I'll be able to
It's a
attend.
cutting-edge piece of
I
global
figured the least I can do is
technology
buy them
that's
some
lighting
sweet
Calvard
treats
on
to make up for it.
fire. You won't wanna
That
miss
brings
it.
me to my next problem. I know what Lulu likes best, but Sailor has a different story. I did a great deal of shopping at the department store in the mall. I'm rather tired from all this walking around, but that's nothing a sweet delicious cake from Quincy Parlor can't fix. I know it's nearly time for dinner, but I make it my policy to eat sweets whenever I feel the need. Good policy. I like this policy.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll
It's no
find
surprise
Trion
that President
Tower, one
Gramhart
of
still
Edith's
came out on
major
top in the end.
landmarks.
But in my view, Senator Ryan still made an adequate showing,
You'll
enough to
also
serve
find
as a
a
stepping
burn
stone
store,
toward the
a
next
movie
election at
theater,
least. What are
boutiques,
your thoughts?
and other various shops
I'd have to
peruse.
agree, he provided some very practical views on international cooperation. It definitely bears considering,
new
especially as
World
Calvard's
Boutique,
influence
which
continues
just
to expand
opened
beyond
this
its
year
borders.
to sample a range
Perhaps
of
this will
imported
serve as a
goods
call
from
to
the Liberal
action for the
Kingdom.
Republic to consider the course of our nation. I feel very much the same.
They have
While he may not
everything
speak
from
for the
latest
Republican Party as a
CCF
whole,
products
the way
to
he
expensive
cut
wines,
straight to the heart of the
and
matter
even
was something to
acerbic
behold.
tomatoes. Please
This will
check
likely
it
lead
out.
to increased support for Senator Ryan's stances among our younger and mid-career colleagues. And that in turn could give him a window to break away from the more fringe elements of the party. We at the Tyrell Times will certainly have to keep a close watch on him. Speaking of Senator Ryan, he's been away for quite a while now. Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. A call came in from a relative of his while you were away, so we stepped outside to take it. Most likely it's going on longer than expected. The two were estranged for some time as I understand it. I see. Must be the Crossbell inside of the family. Must be indeed.
A burn store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Well, today's the day.
We
I'm
hope
going to
you'll
walk
have
through
a
those stores and buy
fabulous time
every
here.
last limited edition spring tart in stock. I know precisely what you're thinking. Buying all those sweets is pure self-indulgence. Oh, I can't pan to Van. He disappears. He's trying to you're trying to label me in this sweet discussion. You're trying to put that on me. Not to mention selfish. Yes, Van. Stop disappearing. I don't care. My whole life has been leading to this very moment, so please don't try to stop me.
Welcome
Who said
to the
we would?
Trion
Yeah, why would
Mall.
Van stop you?
Here you'll find
And
Trion
I thought
Tower,
Van was a
one of
sweets
Edith's
fanatic.
Major landmarks.
What do you think Van's gonna do? Suddenly knock her out from
You'll also
behind,
find
going
a
these are my
store,
sweets.
A movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops to peruse.
Hands off. Many businesses settle their yearly accounts at the
Visit
end of
new
March.
Liberal boutique,
A great deal of
which
people will
just
try to
opened
buy up
this
stocks
year.
before then to
Disable a
rake in
range of
dividends and
imported
shareholder
goods from the
incentives.
Liberal
So from a
kingdom.
shareholder's perspective, now might be the ideal time to sell stocks in companies that offer those
They
types
have
of benefits.
everything from the latest ZCF products to expensive wines, and even acerbic tomatoes.
Why do you all think Van's
Please
gonna go
check it
off
out.
the deep? This is how Van becomes a criminal. Just over some sweets. In exchange for teaching my mum how to use the Orbital Net, she lets me play games on the T-phone. Honestly, it's way more interesting than I thought it would be. Hope I can have my own someday. Honestly, it's kind of embarrassing that my son knows the T-phone better than I do. He's been able to teach me all
Welcome
sorts
to
of
the
things though,
Trion
like how to
Mall.
access different
Here
recipe
you'll find
sites, how to
Trion
call my
Tower,
friends.
one of Edith's
Oh, and today I was
major
even able to save
landmarks.
some mirror by shopping on a store I found on the net.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutique,
And so the death of the high street in Calvard begins.
Technology back in my day.
I wanted to stop by the Vern store to ask about the additional T-phone plans today. They have all sorts to choose from, whether it's based on how much calling you do, how often you use the Orbital Net, and what features you use most. When I brought my own, the clerk suggested I get the basic plan just to try things out, but the T-phone's an essential part of my life already. I need a plan that better suits me.
Indeed.
The cheapest plan is good enough. So that's the famous Lashkar, is it? Kaina's mentioned him a few times. Honestly, looking at them like this, I could almost mistake them for siblings. It's nice to see they're so comfortable with one another. The things those two are carrying on their shoulders, though, it's hard to imagine. Well, as a manager, I'll do everything I can to make things easier for them, including talking about their trauma in earshot. So, you finished making the rounds apologizing to everyone. Though I think you're the one I should be saying sorry to most, Kaina. We live together, but I never even bothered to ask you for help. It's alright, Lashkar. I get how you feel, loud and clear. Now pick yourself up and turn that gloomy mood around. If Annie were here, she'd teach you rotten about it. Yeah, you're probably right, Kaina. I've got to start looking forward, not just for her, but for Kent and the others too. Kaina's right. Annie would probably crack a joke about who I am and what I did with the real Lashkar. I've got to start looking forward, not just for her, but for Kent and all the other Kree villagers too. Lashkar seems to have finally calmed down a bit. Now we just have to keep pushing forward for Annie and everyone else. It's kind of a shame
What
that
do
that
you have?
cat didn't
Come again.
turn out
Welcome
to be
to the Trion
the Kree
Mall.
cat. It would have
Here
kind of
you'll
been
find
nice.
Trion Tower,
Like
of
one last
Edith's
survivor.
major landmarks.
They take it in as well, the nice cat on the roof.
You'll also find the Vern store.
A lot of places are selling T-phone accessories now. Apparently all kinds of industries want in on the market. I suppose it's only because everyone's so confident about the T-phone's future. As an employee of the Vern company, I couldn't be more pleased. Alright, it looks like Trion is almost complete. Though there might be a movie to watch as well, as long as there's no one up here, that is. Nope. Again, it's called Trion Tower, this place, but I can only ever really refer to it as Trion Mall. Because that's the tower.
Welcome to the Trion Mall. Here you'll find
And we
Trion
barely
Tower,
make it
one of
anywhere with
Edith's
it. Barely
major
go anywhere.
landmarks.
Well, that sure was a lot of fun. By the way, you're looking pretty good today, Jimmy. I was kind of surprised. Wait, really? Talk about a confidence boost. Wait,
Visit
so
the new
would you
Liberal
want to
boutique, which
maybe
just
go out
opened
again
this year
sometime?
to sample
Of
a range of
course.
imported goods
Oh
from
man,
the
I've got to
Liberal
tell
kingdom.
Najib. Okay, well, why don't we call it a night
They
here
have
then?
everything from the
All right,
latest
I'll see you
ZCF
tomorrow, Jimmy.
products to expensive wines and even acerbic tomatoes.
went well.
Please check it out.
An RPG guy not flubbing things is really rare. Mishy's holding an event over at the department store on Station Street right now. It started early in the morning though, so they're probably wrapping up at this point. I wanted to go so badly too. Why couldn't they have done it on one of my days off? Best thing is he actually got the compliment, asked the question in follow-up, got a positive answer, cut things there. It's like you didn't push his luck.
Trion Tower's observation deck stands 215 arch above
We've been planning to hold an event to introduce the constellations in preparation for summer. In all the Republic, Trion Tower is the one place that's closest to the sky. The event's sure to make for a wonderful experience. The materials aren't ready quite yet, but I can't help being excited for it. Honestly, it's even had me looking at the stars more often. Hello. What are you doing? Hey Nina, you here all by yourself? Oh, hello everyone. Yes, I am. Judith already knows, considering we live in the same building, but my apartment's actually pretty close to Trion Tower. That's why I come out here to take breaks sometimes. It makes for a nice change of scenery. Plus, there are some things you don't notice when you're on everyone else's level. Such as the city lights below us. Every single one is a testimony to someone else's existence. Just look at how many people there are. The city truly is wonderful, don't you think? And yet, it's steeped in so much sin. Nina? It's awfully difficult to get a read on her. No, I think that's the final definite nail in the coffin on that one.
Please relax and enjoy the
Hey, is everything okay? You're sounding pretty sentimental tonight. Well, I'm sure she's just stuck in method acting mode. It can be kind of hard to leave a character when you're deep, right, Nina? Yes, I apologize. I meant to worry you. Oh, but never mind me. I was so scared for you all after seeing the news this morning. Well, at least everyone seems to have made it out all right. Oh, I'm so relieved. Please try and be more cautious in the future. Sorry, didn't think you'd be worried for us. I would have contacted you earlier, but we never really got the chance, so yeah, sorry. But anyway, I'm glad to see you're working so hard. Just make sure not to push yourself, all right? Of course. Thank you for your concern, Judith.
But the observation deck will
Considering it ended in me getting to see you all, I'd say tonight's trip to the observation deck was well worth it. Everyone, I know you're very brave and resourceful, but promise me you'll take care of yourselves, okay? Yeah, we promise, alright? You're such a worrywart sometimes. So... right. They played with a trope that is literally part, I'm pretty sure, of every game. Since we've known them, if you get me. And they've subverted it slightly, haven't they? They've changed it slightly. It's still the same trope.
Deck stands 215 arch above ground level, providing a panoramic view of the
Some kid dropped his juice in front of our stall earlier. He went over to the binoculars, so I figured I'd give him another one.
The sun is setting
But
on Edith
these heights are killer, man. All right, calm down. You can do this, Dennis.
You
could do this.
Take in the view of the city at night.
Phew, sorry to keep you waiting, Julietta. I totally lost track of time while I was shopping. It's fine, I'm used to it at this point. Besides, I like spending time on the observation deck. Were you thinking up some more stories for your picture books? Yep, today's was about a country girl who had a fated encounter with a handsome prince in a big city. Oh, how very romantic. You'll have to tell me all about it when we get home. Sure thing. Yay! For some reason, my imagination runs especially well when I'm here on the observation deck. Mummy and my friends at Sunday school really like it when I tell them all the stories I've come up with. That's probably why I like making picture books so much. My daughter is so creative. I'm not sure where she gets it from, but you sure won't find me complaining. She has a rare gift and I want to help her try and develop it as much as I can. Oh dear, it's getting awfully late, isn't it? We need to get home so I can make dinner. My little girl must be starving. I'm gonna whip up something extra nice just for her. Off we go. To Daskino. I always get the munchies whenever I come for these late night showings. My stomach likes to wait until the movie goes dead silent before it starts rumbling though. Maybe I'll grab a light snack or something for dinner before showtime.
Please silence your phones and enjoy the film.
Usually around this time of night, we get a lot of customers that feel like they need to see a movie on a whim. Although some of them do seem to be film connoisseurs as well. I guess they'd like the idea of watching movies in a quiet, half-empty theater. Not that I can blame it, really amps up the atmosphere. It does. Didn't we just recently get, like, the last movie? It sure seems like we got it way early, so now we have to figure out what movie we're watching. I've definitely gone from the wrong angle here. And what person to watch it with is the annoying thing of it all. Oh my god, I can't even find it on this list. Star Search, Cubes, Mirror, Sauna visited, all movies watched. Yes, we definitely have. Who? Because Van gets bonuses as well. Everyone is like ticked over into the next level by the look of it. Oh, Ren's here. Maybe Ren can be invited. I guess Nina can't be. To be honest, pretty much anyone is fine to do it with.
Why not buy a souvenir to remember your visit?
Step right up.
I can catch 2 movies today. I guess in the other place as well. So we've watched everything. 100 Days can be watched with Ren. And yes, together, sure.
Thank you for your visit today.
So we'll skip the movie because we watched it before. But we'll hear the dialogue afterwards. How do I skip? I'm so unused to it. I know some people avoid war movies due to their heavy subject matter. But there's value in being able to relive events that you never knew about or were before your time. Well said. These films help keep the stories of soldiers and war heroes alive. Also, got to give credit to the war correspondents and photographers for going onto the front lines to record all that happened. That's very true, just like what Dingo did. If I ever go to LaBelle, I'd like to visit some of the war memorials and think back on what it must have been like. That movie featured General Morgan, Alan Richard, and even Cassius, yes. It's an odd thing to see acquaintances and family members portrayed on film. Didn't Colonel Cassius join the Guild after the 100 Days War? If that's the case, then I owe him one. He's the one who cooks up the plan to eradicate the DG cult. The fact that I barely made it out of there alive is thanks to him. I'm sure he'd simply tell you I just did what anyone would have done, but if you still feel indebted to him, then I would happily volunteer to introduce the two of you. Personally. Oh, okay. We finished our break? And Ren reaches rank 3. ATS up and ADF. I guess we could watch the other film as well. May as well just watch the film here and get some reactions, right?
Step right up.
So who do you reckon wants to watch, like, My Casablanca?
Thank you for your visit today.
Why is Aaron not available?
The showing on screen 2 will soon begin.
Let's take Ren and...
If you have a ticket,
What do you
please
watch with,
proceed to the
Elaine?
entrance.
Who did I watch you with before? Maybe not. Man decided to let Angelica, yeah. What do you mean? Angelica's in the row right now. This is the 5th viewing today. Can you see her in the back here? As I understand it, Casablanca in the language of flowers means noble, genuine, and great love. How fitting, it's like the flower was meant for Helena and Sherry. Easy to see why they put it in the title. They even plastered the flower on the poster. The large pure white blooms really bring out the best in the art. The undertones are quite lovely. It gives Nina an almost ethereal look to her. I can understand why they use them in wedding bouquets and why people love to receive them as gifts. Hint, hint, Van. Hint, hint, Van, Van, hint. Just remember that the colour can change the flower's meaning. Do keep that in mind if you ever plan on gifting them to anyone. Hint, hint, Van, hint. Yeah, we'll do. How was she expecting me to respond here? Hint. The line that stuck out to me was, "You're denying my feelings so I won't get hurt." On one hand, Helena did have Sherry's interest at heart. And on the other, and in reality, Helena was denying her own feelings to shield herself from potential heartache. Sherry took it as Helena being kind. She could see right through her. Kindness can express itself in cruel ways, but at least in their case it all ended okay. There's a fine line between love and compassion, but they're entirely different concepts. I can see how one might confuse the two. Pretty deep analysis for a high schooler. I won't be a high school student for much longer, you know. Having finished their break, Van and his crew resumed their work, and Van went to the flower shop ASAP before he gets sliced in the night or something. This just in, A-rank bracer, suspected of murder. Van Arkride of Arkride Solutions was found dead this morning. Oh, time rewinded, it's fine.
Welcome
About that new personal styling service I thought up the other day. Making it a reality necessitates an involvement in cosmetics and other industries, none of which we have the know-how for. Building up that expertise from square one would take a massive investment of both money and time. In which case, I should revise my proposal draft to center around forming partnerships with existing companies. Just wait until headquarters hears about this. I'm about to revolutionize the industry a second time.
Anything of interest?
An excellent leather choker for Katra. Both cute and
I hope
cool.
you found everything to your
So, what's next on the agenda?
Thank you.
liking.
Alright, what else is here? Najib. Alright, I better start preparing for tomorrow. Oh yeah, you helped him set him up with some clothes, yeah. We have a lot of new products in stock, so I need to update our website. Oh, I nearly forgot. One of our long-time customers finally went out on a date today. I'll have to ask Jimmy how it went next time I see him. It went phenomenally well.
You'll also find the Vern store, a movie theater, boutiques, and other various shops.
Friends
to
soon
peruse.
being an adult melts my brain. This is one of the reasons I like Trails so
Visit
much.
the new Liberal boutique,
That characters
which just
continue,
opened this
characters
year, to
age,
sample a
characters
range of
grow,
imported
characters
goods from the
progress
Liberal
over
Kingdom.
such a long span of time. That's really one of the things I'm looking for in most media I watch. Long-term series. That's what I like. Hence why I've never dropped a series mid-go, because that would be kind of bad of me, wouldn't it?
Time to
So it would be
depart.
portraying what I like to see. Complete. Full things. Right, so we have a quest in Riverside. Let's go.